Hello, friends. Good afternoon. This is the Today's Show on the Aaron Zero channel. Like and subscribe by the billions. And this is Indian news. What do we have? Well, a famous Delhi Doordarshan uh, reader, announcer, anchor, Sarla Maheshwari is no more. She was very popular in the 1980s when you had Komal GB Singh, Salma Sultan, etc. Her clear diction and precise Hindi pronouncements endeared her to the audience, and she joined Delhi Doordarshan in 1976. Also had lived abroad in England and worked briefly for BBC News. She was also well known for wearing Gujarati saris. All in all, a great lady with an elegant pronunciation and clear diction of the Hindi language, and carved out a name for herself at that time when there were only one or two, a couple of channels on the Indian television scene, as opposed to 100 or so channels now. So, one of a kind lady, and we remember her fondly. And apparently, she was suffering from a diabetic illness, and she passed away recently at the age of 74. So, we salute her great work at Delhi Doordarshan. Well, what else do we have? The BNP party of Bangladesh is set to form the government. Mr. Tariq Rahman, the leader, has won the majority number of seats. At time of going to press, his party had secured 175 seats. The number of seats there for contesting are about 300, and the Jamaat Islami is a far distant second with about 38 seats, I believe, at present. And of course, Jamaat Islamic is a very anti India party, and so is BNP. But maybe India will make the best of a bad deal and be able to reset the ties, as they say, between India and Bangladesh. And our External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, was present at Khalida Zia's funeral. Khalida Zia was the mother of Tariq Rahman and the ex Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Still violence against Hindus there, and I believe about 14 or 15 Hindus have been targeted and killed. So that is a situation that has to be resolved. And the Supreme Court is pondering over having professional bondsmen to stand in for foreigners who disappear when they have a case before them. So they would stand surety for these people. And there's a table resolution that is passed for the introduction of bail bondsmen. We will see what happens with that. Mother of all defense deals has been signed or on the way to be signing with France for about 114 Rafale jets, which were used successfully in Operation Sindoor. 20 of those jets will be arriving in flyaway condition. The rest of them will be manufactured in India, a co manufacturing agreement with Dassault Aviation of France and I believe HAL in India. Also on the agenda are some Poseidon 81 maritime planes from the US and some missiles and satellites. So it's a total picture, spending pictures about almost 4 crores there. Something that will enhance the capabilities of our Air Force. And in other news, of course, we have the pothole deaths all over the place. 9,000 people have lost their lives due to potholes. And in Kanpur recently, apparently a biker fell into a pothole and was there for 12 hours before being rescued, but it was too late at that time. And in Pune, the young person who, oh, sorry, not Pune, it was in Kanpur, the person who crashed into people with a Lamborghini has been let off with bail. And apparently, if you have money, you can get the bail very quickly and run out of jail. And it's a startling reflection on young people being given the control of fancy and expensive cars and not really knowing how to handle them or drive them properly. Earlier, there was a case in Pune involving a Porsche, and then there was another case in Delhi involving a Lamborghini, I believe. So people should not be given driving license or should not be allowed to drive even if they are especially not of driving age. That of course is there. In other news, Commerce Secretary Piyush Goyal says that we hope to get a favorable response in the textile area, and we would get a Bangladesh like tariffs for the textiles which are being sent to USA. And the USA also is in a state of turmoil with Mr. Trump. And apparently, Mr. Trump wants to stop Canada from making the bridge a $4.5 billion bridge, which is connecting Ontario with Windsor. And he says that they need American control over it. But Canadians have already said that half the bridge is under Canadian control, and the other half will be maintained by American company. So that is there already, and it is like creating turbulence where there should be no turbulence. And such was his comments on the Bad Bunny performance at the Super Bowl halftime, which left many people scratching their heads because no doubt he's a Spanish rapper, but there were 135 million people who tuned in for his performance, as opposed to 8 million people who tuned in to see Kid Rock do his usual performance, pro American, uh, a racial type of performance, I would say. So that is Kid Rock and that is Mr. Trump. And of course, the Eppenstein files are coming out with newer and newer revelations. The latest is that the Department of Justice has redacted the names of people who were uh, the uh, the enablers of the Eppenstein trafficking ring, and those enablers have had their names redacted, while the people who were the victims, they've had their names exposed. So the lawyers are asking for a bit of justice for the victims of the Eppenstein files. No one knows where it's going to go because a lot of important names are popping out. And of course, now everybody important who has been exposed says that they never knew Mr. Eppenstein or knew him very briefly and stuff like that. Even Mr. Howard Lutnick, who's the Commerce Secretary, said he never knew him. And he met him only once in 2006. And then it was found on record that he had actually had lunch with Mr. Eppenstein in 2012. So that is the way the wind blows. Regarding the H-1B visa, uh, the Trump government is making it extremely difficult for people to come on an H-1B visa with the $100,000 visa charge. So mostly students who are already there in America on an F1 visa will find it easier to switch to H-1B visa, provided, of course, they get an employment offer. And it is just shows the uh, the thinking behind this whole program, because the H-1B visa for many, many years brought in a lot of talented people to the USA. And what will happen is that those talented people will go somewhere else. That's all. They will go to Europe. And plenty of countries there who need talented people in computers, etc., medicine. And so America will lose out in the end. And this is entirely due to Mr. Trump's executive orders. And speaking about the executive orders, there may be a Supreme Court ruling on Mr. Trump's tariffs, because his tariffs have been held to be illegal, in which case uh, the tariffs he has imposed on countries around the world may be held in question, and countries may ask for a refund for the tariff money that is being paid out to the US government. So it is a wait and watch time, basically. And so that is the news of the day. And what else can we say? Uh, John Mayer, celebrated American guitarist, performed in Mumbai recently, and he said he loves Mumbai and he loves the haircuts of Indian men. So I don't know why. Of course, he performed his songs, Gravity, Love on the Weekend, etc. But I remember him for his song Your Body's a Wonderland, which was a hit earlier for him. Uh, John Mayer, a very celebrated guitarist who has performed with the Grateful Dead, or Dead and Company as they were known, an excellent guitarist, a very good technical, virtuoso type of guitarist, I would say. And the Bollywood industry has come to the aid of Mr. Rajpal Yadav, an actor who had some bounce checks and who is presently sitting in Tihar jail. And who knows, maybe they will have enough money to bail him out. And apparently, some of his checks bounced and he had to go to jail for that. And that's about it, basically. Britney Spears, pop singer, has sold a entire catalog, to a company for about $200 million. So we hear on the reports. Lead actor of Dawson's Creek, James Van Der Beek, has passed away at 48 years old, was suffering from some illness. And his co star, Kristen Ritter, said that it was a hard thing to hear. And Rosie O'Donnell, anchor and actress, has said that he's gone too soon. Thank you very much for watching today's noise, and be noisy and subscribe by the billion. Thank you.